even trying to.
Dirty.
No.
Underage and
Well,
dirty.
look what I was saying to you guys.
Nothing's
There's morally
proven.
and ethically and
Nothing has
legally.
been proven.
Underage
Nothing
and
has
dirty.
been proven.
I mean,
Nothing has been
To
proven.
be fair, if you get caught texting someone younger, then legal, you shouldn't be doing that, bro. There's no conversation you need to have with a 14-year-old at all.
Anyway,
how's life? How's
Anyway,
your family? They alright?
welcome to another episode of Insecurre Wednesday. I'm Jay.
You already know who I am.
They can't hear you.
You already know who I am, man. It's that kid.
Mr. Blazer!
It's Ty Silks.
And I'm Big Man, man.
What?
Alright, cool. So, the topic I wanted us to discuss first is being black in the UK. What does it mean to you? What's your stance on it? What's your personal, situations being black?
What, from a adult perspective or just growing up?
The whole spiel.
Um,
From
Well, in 2020, yeah.
I think you're interested at home.
In general.
Personally, for me, I'm from an African background, and I didn't really start taking in my heritage until I reached a particular age.
Till 2020.
Give me, you dickhead. But no, there's a big difference in being here and then being back home. And yes, I call it back home because there, it feels like it's my country. I don't feel like I need to ask for permission for certain things. Whereas here, you're very much reminded that black people are in a minority and the country is still 90% white. Even though they might not show it in London, when you start moving out to other places, you definitely feel like, man's in the zoo.
For me, I've got a disadvantage in that because I've never been back home per se. I've just grown up in the UK, and I think specifically this year, I don't think anything's changed in terms of how black people are being treated. I think it's just come more to light in terms of how we've been treated for such a long period of time. I think being black in the UK was question, right? It's generally difficult. I mean, when you grow up, you're told you have to work harder than the other races. And to be fair, I think us as a race can't really help each other in the UK.
But do you know what, Jabri? When I was growing up here, I remember I always used to take the piss out of my friends for having like their traditional names and then having their English names. And I was just like, no, do you get it though? I never actually worked out why someone's name is
Olufemi, and then it turns out to be Bob.
Oli what? Alright.
But you have to, just a quick one, so just with the name things, that's not just African specific. I think a lot of Asian people have a lot of names that are hard to pronounce too, do you know what I mean? Like, my old manager, when I was working in I can't really tell you his name was like, I had a few syllables still, but then we called him Bill, do you know what I mean? So.
No, but you know what it is? It's not even just that. I've realised when someone sees your name on the CV, people have very different reactions. Like with my name, they always presume I'm a white boy.
Is it?
Always presume I'm some curly haired blonde juice.
His real name.
What? You trying to draw me up?
No, but your real name.
Don't say that.
I'm not gonna say your real name, but your first name is.
Alright, cool.
Anyway,
alright.
No,
Cool.
it sounds like a Spanish or something like that. I
Alright,
wouldn't think it was a
cool.
Caucasian
So
name.
like I said,
I'm gonna lie, on paper, you didn't know the Caucasian, baby.
That's what I'm saying. No.
On paper,
And the last part of your name as well? No way.
what? That was like a
That
black
last-
person to you.
I'm saying it's either Portuguese, since you know about that, but it does not sound white.
It does not.
Yeah, Asian.
No. But what I'm saying is, on paper, my name, you're not going to put it to a black person's face.
Yeah.
Never.
I don't really don't do that.
Never.
I don't know.
I've been to job interviews and they're like, and you are. Okay. But you know, I know what that O is. That O just like, I thought you were white still.
Yeah.
Okay, so can I just to add to what you're saying, when for example, your name, your specific name. So I'm gonna answer this as well. You've heard your name. Did you feel some type of way like, oh, I wish I had a name? Like for example, there's a Michael Smith or a John Adams. Did you ever have some type of way like, oh, because my name to me feels.
No, I'm not gonna lie. In primary school, because no one can say my fucking name. Yeah, but it hurt, innit? But as you get older, you start to understand what comes with your name and the power that your individual name gives you, innit?
Yeah.
And I think I've only bumped into one person who had the same name as me, but they don't even spell it the same, so fuck them. But why
I
that?
don't know what you trying to do, bro. It's
Yeah.
Andy juice.
Have the same name as me. It's very simple. But no.
I don't think he chose that.
That's one.
No, but probably primary school and stuff. But obviously, as I got older, I started to really take in the power behind my name. But my surname, I've loved it from jump.
I've got a pretty powerful surname, Oshin in Nigeria, but I don't know.
What does that mean?
I don't know that side of the family at all. So it's all foreign to me. It's something I want to find out. Like whenever I can, I want to learn a little bit more that side of the family. But it is what it is. In terms of I think my name is like, what's the question?
Like when you was younger, did your name pretty much make you feel insecure because it was a black name?
No, yo, I've got a lot of names, bro. I got that name. All of my passports with my chest. So no, for me, it's I think Michael Oshin, my government name, is okay. I used to get little jokes about Ocean and everything, but that's primary school. The other certain, I removed a few names out of my actual passport.
Wow, there's
I did one, yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did. I had to, bro. I had to.
I
Do you know? Yeah, okay. We don't That's alright. That's cool.
So what about you then?
Yeah, I was highly insecure because growing up, as you guys exposed, my middle name is Junior. So I grew up Junior, and my last name is Imansi, right? My government name. So I never used my first name Tariq, right? So
I remember but I was like Tyreek. I was like,
who's
fuck
that?
that.
Yeah.
Who's that?
So for me growing up, having a name like Imansi, I was like, what? And I'm gonna put this out there. I remember I used to go football club, and I used to actually say, "Oh, what's your name?" And I used to be like Junior Simpson. I was so intimidated of my name because I didn't know my culture.
That's actually fucking
That's
deep.
very deep.
That's really deep.
So not until I realised my last name means freedom because it's from Emancipation Proclamation. I was like, what? That's my name. Okay. So I started using my surname more. Then as I got older, and I was like, do you know what? I need to stop using Junior. I'm not even a junior anymore. Like I've got children and stuff like that. I started using my first name. So I started all my old friends, i.e. Mike, like he was like, where's that name coming from? Like, do you know what I mean? And stuff like that. So as I became more pro-black and more self-aware and knowing my history and my heritage and all that stuff, I started using Tyreek, Imansi, saying it bold, putting it out there, realizing that one of my cousins, she's got a similar name to me as well. She works for the BBC. Like she uses the name boldly. I remember growing up watching her on BBC and stuff like that. But as a young one, I was intimidated because it was just like it was a white world. I was, I'm hearing my parents, like my dad and stuff like that, say, "Oh, you can't work with black people and stuff like that." Just all types of ignorant
When you
stuff.
heard that, you said you heard that people can't work with black people.
When did I hear that?
I hear that every day.
I heard that from young because
I've never heard that.
my dad was a business.
You never heard a black person say, I
You
can't
never
work
heard
with
a black
person?
person?
Honestly, I don't know.
I heard it all the time.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you can't work with a black person, you can't trust them. Like, to go deep, yeah. Oh, you can't trust them Africans, stuff like that. Just to be real. And I was just like, and I deeped it. Like, I was like, okay, but I never questioned it because I was too young at the time.
Do you think, like personally, I always felt like the Caribbean people compared to Africans had an easier ride.
Nah.
No.
I
things
Well,
like that.
you
Say,
know, I personally felt that Caribbean people had an easier ride.
No, I think like there's just different routes in terms of upbringing. Like Caribbean people, I don't want to box everyone into one group, but I think Caribbean people in general is just like they're different in terms of that they bring up their kids to Africans. I mean, I grew up with a lot of Caribbean people. I grew up with more Caribbean people than I saw African. So sometimes when I would like hang out with my Jamaican friends or Caribbean friends and go back home, it was like a culture shock. I was like, okay, cool. Like it's just they get treated different, everything's worked different. Yeah, for me, but I don't know.
I grew up hearing that my mum was always shouting at me, but it's just an Angolan parent.
I think just different.
Like they talk to you, but to anyone outside of that, it's like, why's your mum always shouting at you? Nah, she's calm, man. She's good.
That's normal, isn't it?
She's good, bruv. Just how she is, isn't it?
I think there's similarities in both cultures. I think I've never, although that like I said, my dad said what he said, but he was ignorant what he came to, but he still develops certain cultures from the African side. He used to go to Ghana and Nigeria and all that stuff and brought it home, told me about certain ethics of what needs to be done, blah 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 blah. I just think we grow up. There's similarities.
I think when you say grow up in the UK being black, see for me, I didn't understand racism until pretty late because when I grew up with a lot of there was like a diverse set of people that I was hanging around with.
Black people, there was white people, there was Turks.
I never understood racism until I started working.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time I got like a racist comment happened and I was working and the guy called me a nigger. And for my life with me, and I'll be honest with you, I was thinking I was gonna erupt in anger and everything and just like swing and like knock him out and stuff. I was just like, just a word for me. Do you know what I mean? It don't really hurt me as it does with other people. But in terms of growing up around racism, didn't really see it until I was like 18.
Can I jump in? I've never been called a nigger by a different colour, but I remember distinctively the first time I knew
You were black?
I'm black. Oh my god!
Oh shit! I thought it was a 10.
But yes, when I was working for this company, you're lucky I can't remember the name of the company because I would out it. I don't care. But I remember I had to go into the meeting with this lady. She was a Scottish lady, and she said to me, "I don't think it's working out because you don't seem to be getting along with all the other members of staff." I'm like, "What are you talking about? We go out at lunchtime, we talk to them, they're coaching me, blah 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 blah." And she's like, "Oh, I'm hearing different." So I don't know why. Something boldly came up to me. And asked and said, "Is it because of the colour of my skin?" And she went,
Oh wow. That's mad.
because I was the only black person there. So I was like,
That is a work trap, you know.
Raw. No, but imagine I'm new. I've only been there for like 2-3
They
weeks.
get away with it. I think they get away with it. I remember when I was like, and I'm not trying to make this about racism, but when I went to one of my meetings at work, and there's this guy, he was a manager alongside me, and we were speaking, and he was like, "Oh, can I just say it?" I'm like, "I hope you're not speaking my features." And he goes, "Can I just say it?" I said, "No." And he was like, "Oh, can I just call you 50 Cent?" On my life, he was like, "Can I just call you 50 Cent?" I said, "Oh, nothing like 50 Cent." And to be fair, like another white manager that was next to him, I was pretty close to. He was like, "Yo, like just slow your roll." And I just remember that, just pulling him to the side. I was like, "I've got every reason to fuck your shit up now." And just let him know. I feel like as black people, we should educate people that are being racist. I feel like I think it's kind of our duty. Just let people know, like, it's either because when you have these kind of conversations with the opposite race, it kind of goes one of two ways. Either they understand
get it or they don't.
Or they just like pure ignorant and just think this is like life.
Do you know what comment that I had recently? Actually, when I called to upgrade my phone, I've gone to the guy.
Get me, it's like asking for tools right now. Really. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
I'll call to upgrade my phone. he's asked me, oh, what colour do you want? I was just like, do you know what? I usually get the space grey or the black part. Right, let me get the gold this time. He's like, oh, the Ali G gold. I was like, what?
Wow. Whoa. What?
So then I was just like, yeah. He's like, yeah, the bling bling one. I was like,
Oh, man. Swear.
this is
recent.
really a big deal. But this is that
The other day.
3 weeks ago.
Quite recent.
Yeah, quite recent.
Mad thing.
I'm thinking, but is it just me that's being sensitive to these words, or I feel some type of way? So I
But
must
you know
need
what?
to-
It could be on the basis that we are in sensitive times, believe it or not. And at first, obviously,
The times are fucked.
it's
I'm
mad,
sorry
that's
to
what I'm
interrupt,
saying. Yeah, you're right.
Messed
That's
up.
what I was gonna say.
You can't
It's
sneeze
sensitive.
without anyone on Twitter.
Oh, that sneeze will get you could
Do
go.
you know what I
to
mean?
court,
How dare
man.
you sneeze?
But,
We raise gets sneezes.
And they'll
That's how it is,
cancel you
bro.
as
Give
well,
you.
you know.
They cancel.
They'll cancel you. You sneeze wrong. It was a bit like, you know.
I think it's at this point, yeah, we live in a world where you have to say everything correctly. If not, it's like a wound that just keeps opening. Like you see on the media now, where someone said something wrong, i.e. tools and rich girls, and then a lot of things come out of the woodwork, and I just think that's how it is right now. So yeah.
Who did you just IE?
Huh?
Huh?
Ah.
No, I didn't hear it. Like, who was it?
Nah, it's fine, man.
Oh,
They
yeah.
heard it, man. They heard it. We know that.
Yeah, sensitive times, right? Yeah. Where was it? Yeah, no. Listen, it's a mad thing. Like just like you saying, you can't say, and especially you see it in the US, but especially in the UK, because certain things, for example, I love comedy. So watching comedy, and people getting censored, that for me that is messed up. You can't do that. So imagine in your personal life where you're like a black brother and you're a black brother, and I say, oh yeah, what's going on, my nigga, stuff like that. And a Asian person, white person might be like, you can't say that.
Fuck you, but I can't say
I'm
that.
sorry.
Did you go through our pain? Then shut the fuck up.
It's true.
You can't always be that aggressive, but
But why not? Do you see what I don't like?
that's what I'm saying, because there's Karens in the
Big,
world.
But it's not about the Karens. You see what I don't like here that people always do to black people? When we say something with passion or we say something with our chest,
Yeah, but that's the
we're
thing.
labeled as
That's the
the
thing.
angry
We're
black
angry,
person.
exactly.
And they're the, shut the fuck up.
So what
I'm
we
not
have to
angry.
do,
I'm
but
not
there's a
angry. I'm
way of
just saying
doing
it
it.
with my
There's a
chest.
way of doing it.
Nah, bro.
There's like,
I don't care about their way. I'm doing it my way.
There is a way of doing it, and I'm not saying you're wrong.
Let me hear your way. What's your way?
But there's certain values. For example, I like you don't know. I love my history. So there's two ways of doing it. You can do it the Martin Luther King way, or the Malcolm X way. I always choose the Martin X, but if Malcolm X, but with
Martin Luther.
Martin X, it's cousin. But with Malcolm, he still portrayed a sense of decorum when he said what he said. If we go to someone who is being anti whatever, and you say shut the fuck up, man, we're kind of in like feeding to what they want from us. But if you explain it to them to the fact of like, listen, I'll do what I gotta do by any means necessary, they will be like, raw, okay.
Or we could just do it the Mike Tyson way and knock them the fuck out. But everyone has their own
But
opinion.
Mike Tyson ain't Mike Tyson anymore.
Apparently to the
Mike
fight
Tyson
yesterday,
goes Mike
he's
Tyson.
still Mike Tyson, yeah.
That's good, Mike Tyson.
He's still Mike
If I
Tyson.
see Mike Tyson on the road, that's Mike Tyson, man. G.
But what I'm saying is, like, I don't like the fact that we have to act a particular way in order to appease other
But that's
people.
that systematic racism. Of course, we
Yeah,
have
but
to.
that's-
Unfortunately, that's just the way we live. That's the world. No matter where, even you go back to Africa, bro, you have to conform to some sort of way. It's true.
Where
You go to
have
South
you been
Africa. I've never been, but I watch.
There you go.
No, but listen, I don't have to go there to understand how everything
You
is.
do.
No, you don't.
You
bro.
do.
No, you don't.
You do, because you can't understand something from being an outsider. If you don't
I'm
go
not
there,
an
and
outsider. That's
you
the
are
thing.
an outsider.
Here's the
You've not
thing.
been there.
Let me learn. So I'm not an outsider. Where do we learn from history? Books, facts, stuff, TV and stuff like that. Yeah. I can still inform my mind in terms of what's happening within my country through news media outlets, social media. There's various different ways that I can educate myself on what's happening in Africa. I don't have to go to Nigeria to understand what SARS is. Do you understand? I can just watch it and understand and digest that information.
Okay,
But you to
but
sound-
you're digesting
but
one angle.
No,
It's
no,
one
it's not.
angle,
That's
bro.
not it's not.
You don't see
How is it
everything
one
else
angle?
that's happening
How
in the
do you know
country.
that? How do you
So
know
what
that?
you're telling me, SARS.
So wait, let me
So what else
ask
is
you a
going on in
question.
Nigeria?
Let me ask you a question. So if I go to Nigeria right now,
Yeah.
what am I gonna learn that I'm not gonna learn in the UK?
A lot.
Like what?
Your roots.
I could find that in the UK.
Your what?
I could find that.
How can you find your roots in the UK if your family's not actually from the UK?
My family are all in the UK. So I can
Where was your
actually-
mum from?
Nigeria.
Okay, there you go.
I don't get it. What do you mean? Dude?
How can you take in your roots if you're not at the core root?
You got educated through family members, through there's so many means of understanding where I come from without me going to the country. I'm not saying I'm not gonna go to the country. It's always been a priority of mine. Can't go right now because of COVID, but I would love to go. I was actually planning to go this year with my kids to Nigeria just to get a proper feel. But I still understand what's happening in my country.
I think you're both right. You can understand your culture and then go there to feel what you understand. So you both are right. You have to, like for example, I don't know much about, so I've got family in America. I don't know much about America, even though I've been there, I've never lived there. But I know about the transatlantic slave, slave ships and stuff like that and how it worked, right? So I understand it. When I go there and I see where certain avenues have been, for example, highly populated white, for example, when I used to go to Ohio and stuff like that, I felt it. I can feel the systematic racism. So, for example, in Michael's concept, he's never been there yet, right? By God's grace, he will. He will
I've
feel.
been Peckham though, so I guess close.
Don't fuck. Don't do that.
Well, when he goes there, he will feel it, yeah, and then he'll be like, okay, I understand what I learned, and then he'll gain more, but he'll get the two into one when he's there.
For me, what you're basically saying is it's like practical and theory, isn't it? At the moment, you've done practical in terms you've been to the country and had a proper feel. I've done a theory test. The only difference is you need both to understand the whole country, and I've just done one part and you've done the other. I feel like I can still be educated about what's happening around the world without actually going to the country. It's like me saying I don't know anything about Iraq or whatever that's happened, but I can read that in a book. I can find out what's happened. I can literally learn everything. I don't have to be part of the war to say that I don't understand what the war is about.
In that aspect, I say we both learn from different ways. Me personally, I'm not someone who's going to sit down and read the book and make my full judgment on it.
I wouldn't say make a full judgment, but it's about just creating that understanding, creating that foundation for an understanding.
Fair enough.
I think I've got a question. So I think when we think about growing up black, I think our first mindset is black against another race and whatever. I think my question is, with our race as the black community, with the various different countries that incorporate a black community, how is it against black men and black women at this precise moment? How's your feeling that? Because when you look on Twitter, I think I go through the Instas and the social medias every day, and I see just black men going out, black men getting at black women, vice versa. How is that impacting our black community in this day and age? And do you think it's prominent?
I'm not gonna lie. Personally, in my culture, you have discussions, you have polite arguments. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just feel to a point is everyone is too sensitive now. Like a black man can't say particular things because there's going to be a woman somewhere out there that takes it to heart and then it starts a whole campaign.
I think for me
they're censoring our dicks. That's what they're doing. They're censoring our with chest, yeah, you're censoring what we can and we can't say as a black man. That's basically what's happening.
And you think black women are doing that?
Yeah, black women as well. Black women, on the whole, they're censoring our dick.
I think there's such an I think black men and black women, not every black woman and black man
Yeah, come on, man.
do this, but I feel like we're kind of pit against each other. I think the mindset from most black women that I can see, and this is just based on who I follow on social media, is black men are shit. They just leave the black women alone, don't support, they go for other races. I just had a lot of like negativity of black men, but then they still ask for the black men to protect us. Do you understand? It's like saying that, I remember having a conversation with someone, and they came to me, they were like, well, you got money, but you don't really spend it, like, you broke. And I was like, how you gonna ask me if I'm broke and you're in debt? Don't come to me in debt telling me I'm broke. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter when my money goes.
Do you know what that reminds me of?
It actually pisses me off when they measure everything with a financial gain. They tell you.
But do you remember, that growing up anyway, I always used to hear, as soon as a black person gets rich, they leave their black wives and they get with a white woman. I completely understand. I completely understand.
See me, I love. I think I'm gonna give like Ty a lot of time with this because he wants to.
Ask him why.
What? Why do I understand? Because you just said it. Everything comes across with a financial cost.
I think our races do the same thing.
No, other races do. I get that. But what I'm saying is, you see in this day and age, a girl wants you to take them Hakkasan. They want the world. They want Chanel, Dior, Fendi, Gucci, like Louis. But what the fuck are you bringing to my table?
You cannot get Dior, Fendi, Gucci, or just Fanny alone, lovely. You can't do that. Man ain't gonna buy into that. Look, I'm a big man.
No, some man will so. Some man definitely.
And if you do that, there's men that have the avenue. There's men that will buy a Fanny because they can. Man don't need to do that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna buy no pussy. Never. I'll be broke in your ears, in your eyes. That's fine. I don't mind.
But my thing personally, I'm trying to set up institutional wealth. I want wealth to follow me, my children, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren. That's it.
Yeah. Just
cool.
Yeah, no, but I want money to follow.
I was thinking about like his opinion.
So I'm gonna
go ahead.
Yeah, I want money to follow all of us. Like, I want the person that I'm with to be my partner, to be my confidant. Like, we're in this together, 1,000,000,000%. If I'm going through a hard time, or we're going through a hard time, alright, cool. There's no bags, there's no designers.
But that's not happening in this day.
That's calm.
That's not
like,
happening.
let's get through
That's
this,
not
and then we can push on to
That's
other
not
things.
happening.
Like, let's buy a house, let's buy a car,
Do you know-
let's do other things.
Bro,
But
and
you
I'm
can't-
very passionate about this because I've just seen a lot of guys this year alone, falling on hard times. And these people that they've been rocking with for X, Y, and Z years, kick out. They said, you know what, you're broke, I can't fuck with you. Just go. I don't think that's right, personally.
Neither do I.
I
But
think
what I
These
feel
are the
is-
same people that when they're broke, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they still want you there.
But what I'm saying is, at
I ain't
times, the women within our culture need to understand. Some women do. Some women really
They do.
understand that, right, you need to build your man up just as much as they build you up. But sometimes, the reason that black men choose to go to other cultures is because they're not getting that. They're really not. Bro, you look like your chest is
You look at
expanding.
the block,
bro. You're right
that pink chopping turning red right now, bro.
What
That's the
part?
first pink joke. Hey, bro, can you do a pink joke count up? Yeah. Look at them red! Bubblegum on the feet. Jeez! Go on.
Okay.
Pinky.
Alright, cool. Gladiators, ready.
We ready?
Contender, ready.
Ready.
In terms of what you said, the fact of black male and black female that you've seen on your social media answers itself. You're following negative people, full stop. There is a lot of positive.
When you say I'm following negative, I just have to. I don't think I'm following negative people. I'm following popular pages, bro.
And popular pages can be popularly negative. So, for example, you say you're seeing men being negative towards women, being negative towards men, and vice versa. That's a negative page, regardless. Controversy sells, I get it, but sometimes as an individual who wants to grow as himself, you don't need to follow it. Full
When you say
stop.
negative pages, so again, I do have to just bring you back there. I follow the more common pages than you think, and they both print out positive and negative.
Social media has an aspect where you can follow positive or you can follow negative. Okay. So there's a page right now, and I'm gonna show it out. UCAG Mag, right? And they
You what?
UCAG Mag. I might have said it wrong, but I'll put it. UCAG Mag. It's a black magazine on social media. If I say your thing wrong, I do apologize, and I'll correct it later. But they show positivity in the aspects of a black man to a black woman in not just a relationship avenue. They show in terms of businesses. They show avenues of, what our ancestors have done, what we won't do, and what we can do. There's a lot of positive aspects. There are things that talk about Zion and if you're of that nature of a religious aspect, or there's so much things that's positive. But what you have said and answered is you're following a popular page, and that's what's going wrong, because you are following a page that is drowning, suffocating the black man and black woman.
Is it though?
It is, absolutely.
I think-
hold on. Let me land. I'm going higher. I'm not even landing. You go higher, right?
Oh, you're going to the moon.
Because the reason being is that you have said that you understand why black men go for white women once
Not
they get
necessarily
someone.
just white.
Not
Not just
not
white.
necessarily, but I'm talking
Other
for what I
races.
am.
I understand.
I'm talking for what I am.
Okay.
So that shows already that what you see and what you observe is clearly a beacon for you to say, do you know what, this is probably the right move.
Whoa!
Your mind's
No,
already saying that.
no.
But
No one
you
asked me.
said that on
No
camera.
one asked me. Is that what I would do? I
Well,
just said
hold on.
I
For
understand
what you're
why they
projecting,
do it.
what you're projecting is what you're actually standing by, right? You're standing by what you're saying.
I
You're
said I
saying
understand.
black men leave their own race to go be with a person.
Yeah.
You're saying that once black men hit hard times, their black woman says duck out. That may be the case. But there are a lot of black women that say, do you know what? If you're going through the hard time, we're going through the hard time. There's a lot of black men right now, and if you want me to mention names, I will, that have made it and stuck with their black partner.
Yes, I believe that.
Right?
It's true.
So this is what we need to promote.
I think you missed the point. I think it's not saying all black
What's my
women.
fee?
What I
It's not that what I'm trying to say. It's not all black women that are just negative. I think when you like talk about the popular pages on social media, I think these are pages that are brainwashing certain black women and how they need to behave towards black men. So if you look at this year alone, or say the last 2 years alone, yeah, and I'm not saying that it's just popped up, but it's got so much light on it. Women, like the black women I've spoken to, can't deal with people that are not financially above them. And I feel the whole thing about a guy being broke, I read it daily. That's the reason why I'm bringing it up now, because I read it daily, and when the black woman goes, can't deal with a black guy because he's broke and he can't afford this and he can't do. And I actually read something. Black men shouldn't date if they have no money. And that's mad, because I believe love don't have a price, and I can't fathom on how much money I'm earning derives on how much people like love I'm allowed to get, and it frustrates me. Because these are black queens, they're attractive, they're sexy. I think they're the best looking women on like race in this earth. Do you understand? Even the aunties back home, get me, with a can of luck back in, do you know what I mean?
Whoa!
You know what I'm saying? Even the aunties, and I know every man, I know every man, when you see an auntie, when I mean auntie, I'm talking about 30s to 40s, yeah? When you like proper auntie, has watched big aunties back walk past it. Do you know what I'm saying?
We saying the ones that's knocking the tables out of the way.
excuse me.
Excuse me, Daddy, please. Oh, thank you.
As I said, I was imperfect. There's some aunties that have a whole orbit system around it, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think when it comes to black women and black men, I feel like we need to find the truth. I think we need to go back to our roots and just focus on like the fundamentals. I think that the putting the emphasis on that stuff like Birkins, Gucci's,
The material thing.
I will do that, and I will buy a woman that I really care for, the deals and whatever.
I'm buying my own Birkin.
I will buy. If I had the money to buy a Birkin, I'll buy a Birkin for my missus. But my thing is, it's not an entitlement. I go out and work how many countless hours a month, yeah? You're not entitled to that. I can give it to you, But you're not entitled to that at all.
But I get what you're saying.
Would you buy a Birkin?
You're right. Would I? Don't.
I'll buy you
Man,
Birkin. I'll buy anyone a Birkin. Yeah, I get me. Birkins today. I don't know if they're real or not, but they're Birkins, isn't it? They're working Birkins, isn't it? Working Birkins, in it? Turkey Birkins. Turkey Birkins. You know what I'm saying?
Alright, cool. Would you guys date outside of your own race?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Get me. Put more flags on my penis. You know what I'm saying? I'm joking. I'm playing.
But your answer is still yeah.
Yeah, I'll get that somewhere. I think
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
This is horrendous.
Throw it at him.
So tough.
See the way my mind works, okay, is that I'm a sponge in the ocean. I can't just be a sponge in just one specific ocean. You know what I'm saying? I can't, bro. I can't. Man, I have to travel overseas. You know what I'm saying? Man, you have to understand. You can't. My thing is, you can't be the smartest man on the earth just reading one book. I've got a lot of these sayings, innit? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Wait, how many countries are there on Earth?
I don't know.
There are questions there, boy.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know, but we're gonna find out. You know what I'm saying?
What is it like 256, 256 or something? What?
Well, 100 as well.
No.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm laughing, but I was going more with him, you know. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm actually gonna Google this one.
watch me say I'm right.
Is your phone on?
Yeah, I've got a privacy screen still.
Well done. I wonder why, innit? Draw out. You hiding.
Raw! Yeah!
What was it?
My guy, so.
Yeah, I messaged you, see?
I'm right.
Yeah. Tell us in the comments.
Tell us someone who's right.
Obviously, all of us weren't good at geography, innit?
Speak for yourself.
But I was actually good. I got a B at
I'm an
geography.
international. I stay traveling except for this year.
What, you or
Me.
you?
Me.
Missed
What
it.
do you mean? Oh! I stay traveling.
Alright, so he said, yeah, what about you?
You know, in life, right, there's circumstances that have to arrive in your lifestyle for you to understand certain quotations in this.
I feel like
Let me tell you something,
Mind
Jay.
right
Let me
now.
tell you
I don't
something. Let me
understand,
tell you
bro.
something, bro. Get me. TBE stands for Tariq's been everywhere. You get what I'm saying, bro? Get me? I just have to wait out there, bro. TBE and Tariq's been everywhere.
He's been thinking about that one.
Get me? Man, big smart and sharp, bro. Get me?
Answer the question, then, B. That's a yes.
No,
That's
no,
definitely a
okay.
yes.
I've never done it. I've stayed with my
You've never done what? You've never gone to other races?
outside of my race.
Oh, okay.
I've never gone outside of my race. If you ask me what 3 months or 2, when did you start this? A while ago, right?
Focus.
I immediately said no. You're mad. You crazy. You lost your mind.
Oh, so what's
Now-
changed?
What's changed?
Now,
What's changed?
do you know what it is?
What did happen?
I'll say I don't know. I say I don't know. I'm stuttering because I don't know. I think it'll be more no
He's
to
under
yes.
pressure.
I know.
I know, man. Black girls on their computers. Like,
I'm tired. I'm really supposed to be
Yeah.
advanced. I don't know. I don't think I would probably say I don't know.
Let me ask you something. So, I'm so sorry.
But we know your answer, bro. You've been doing the diggy down with all of your.
Yo, bro. I beg. Chill.
Not in your past.
Chill.
Not now.
Man, chill. My family members watch this shit. Goddamn.
Goddamn.
Hold up.
My aunties watch this. What, you just want to talk
Bro, I
about?
think this is the maddest thing that you said on this cast that your aunt is going to be like, I know what accent you use in it, so so.
Yeah. It's not even African. It's a mad accent. It's a mad accent.
I could be Mexican.
It's close. That's close. That's close. Yeah, no. Caucasian, I don't really think that's my source of the
Why
grace.
not though?
I just never found them particularly attractive like that. It's not something that I could particularly marry in any way.
But no one's saying about marriage. No one's talking about marriage, like. But for me, like, no one's talking
Yeah,
about marriage.
but I'm getting old. I'm thinking about marriage and all of that now. So
You're still in your youth, man. You're alright, bro.
Thank you.
Yes,
thank
man.
you,
You're okay, man.
Thank you. But Asian. Well, why is it going off now? I'm trying to be serious now. Can I not just say my piece?
He's not tasting it. He don't know what to say. Man's big. You can hear him thinking about the words when he says it.
Like I was saying, Caucasian, not really my thing. Others, who knows?
I know Caucasian girl. Like.
I'll definitely do like a Japanese or Chinese woman.
Oh,
So you do so Asian and so forth.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've never done it, but I would.
I'm not saying nothing.
Because my child would be Blackanese. Half black, half black.
Is that a fucking thing or something?
Yeah,
What am I saying?
Actually, it's a thing. It's Blackanese.
What is it?
Blackanese.
Tiger Woods.
Yeah, Tiger Woods.
I'm not black, I'm Caucasian.
That's what he says. He doesn't say he's black. He says he's half Asian, half population or something.
I'll do a Blackanese girl.
Okay.
I'm
so,
sorry. Shit.
As you're
Come on, bro.
he's good on every front.
No, I'm not good on every front.
I just
alright?
don't do
I'm not
Caucasian.
good on every front. Don't just say that. I'm not good on every front. Don't let any person just shout me in it. Like, it has to. I have to.
Oh, you wanted to chat? Guys, my friend Michael here. It's been a while. His DM
It's been a
is
while.
Michael St. Patrick. Get at him. He's not bothered about the race. He's not
You got
really
to be brave,
bothered.
bro.
As long as you have a back and a 5 out of 10 face.
What's it? Zombies.
Right. There we
just-
go. There we
Just
go.
get the back of the front.
There we
That's
go.
it.
There we go.
No,
There
do
we
you remember
go.
that topic that we talked about?
Who wants to smoke?
Remember that topic we talked about? Sorry. We're going off topic, but there was a conversation.
No, we're not going this.
No.
We're not
It's
going
not
this.
this. It's not this.
We're not going this.
Let me lie. Sorry. I know we usually go off topic. I'm sorry, guys, but that's just how we are. That's our podcast. But here's a question for you guys. We had it over the phone. Would you date a girl who, what did you say? Who had a nice body, but
After that's your thing, innit?
a regular,
Oh, yeah.
nice
I think
body, but a thingy,
Basically, are you
Yeah.
down for the body or the face?
yeah. Would you go for a girl who's got just body, or would you go?
So I already answered the question, innit? For me, so I'm going to tie this up to a subject that we spoke about another time.
No, don't tie this
No.
Let
Listen.
me answer my question, but you want to answer, you get the answer that Mike will give you. Do you know what I'm saying? Cool. It's not long, we've got like a few minutes on there, bro.
Yeah, we're trying
Would
to
I
wrap this
deal-
up, personally.
Would I deal with a girl with either body or face? It has to be face for me. Because you can get a BBL. It's fine. I'll sponsor it. It's fine. I'm throwing up BBLs out there.
Where's she
Yeah.
getting the meat from?
Huh?
Where's she getting the meat from?
Eat, innit? I swear you can put on weight. They do, from what I've been told, yeah, they drink some tonic, yeah, and makes them put on weight, and then they transfer the body. What was it?
My man done did the
Done did
research.
the
you know?
research.
No, the research came to me.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
Recent.
Huh?
so who did you pay for?
Huh?
Did you pay for?
I'll pay, bro. I'll throw out bags out there. Don't get your body sorted with your pretty face, man. Your face fine.
What about you? Bob, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a natural man, you know. I don't like those plastic surgery and them things. You can get your breast done, but you see the bump, that's a whole different
But that's
thing.
not natural.
You what? No,
Bro, man said man's a natural man, but obviously
You
you
get your breast
done.
done.
You see-
No. Do you know what it is though? Yeah. You see the recovery period from the BBL. It's actually mad.
It's disgusting.
It's mad.
No,
And on top of that, another point. You have a recovery period, so if we were dating, I can't beat for a certain amount of time.
Stop
And
it.
you're telling me I have to be okay with this, even though I never particularly wanted you to have it. No,
Wait. How
you have to let me fuck out.
How long's the
Oh,
the recovery
another
period?
question, but go on.
How long's the recovery period?
I don't know, 4 to 6 months.
Apparently.
Okay, cool. We need someone in the comments to actually tell us exactly how long the recovery period is for a BBL. I can wait.
What, 4 to 6 months?
I can wait.
But you just get up
So I go
for
to the gym. No, I don't do the cheating.
But you haven't said it.
No, I didn't say cheating.
I'm
But
a-
you
I
haven't
said
answered.
this is
You
legal.
haven't answered. No, you did say I have to. You said I have to fuck out. So
Yeah, but with your consent.
Right.
Okay. What are your face?
I'm
Yeah,
sad.
that's What's happening today, bro?
I'm just I'm a natural man, so you know what I mean, I prefer the girl next door, but that's me.
What does that mean, bro? What are your face, man?
That means if you come with a beautiful body attached to a nice face, then wow.
Body or face? It was your question, bro. Don't get me mad.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go for the middle line.
You're an idiot.
bro, you can't even. It's his question too.
I don't even know how to
That's
answer
your
that.
question.
I'll go for face. I'll go for face.
My guy, thank you. But why would you go face?
What?
Why would you go
I
face?
just explained it to you. Don't piss me off.
You really did it, but I was like, you said you get like the girl with fake natural breasts. So,
Answer the question, I beg you.
Body.
I believe him.
do you know why I can't do a body? Yeah? Because I remember years
You don't
ago.
breathe, you think face. Let me tell you why body, yeah? Right, this is me coming out my character. Yeah, I hit it doggy style all the time. Nobody with me, yeah? Yeah. Alright. Doggy style. And when I'm on top, if I am on top, I don't have to, if you look at me, I'll squint, yeah? Why do you do that? That's just my sexual face. I will squint.
That's what I
But then when I look down and I'm seeing, when I look down and I'm seeing Tingy's looking mad and Ting and thighs and everything and it's looking good. Oh my god.
Unpopular opinion.
If I'm just seeing face and it so happens, yeah, by the grace of sex, yeah, by the grace of sex, yeah, I look down and I see flat and I'm more curvy than you and I go gym, yeah, man a gym man, yeah, right, minus the mark, don't judge, but I'm just like, and I'm straight shrimp, like it's not gonna work.
Unpopular opinion. Good body
Body.
girls can't fuck.
What?
Good body girls can't fuck. I've dealt with girls.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm agreeing with you. I'm
They
actually
can't
starting to
fuck.
agree.
They can't fuck.
I'm sorry.
You know what? I remember years ago when I was like,
You just like
whatever age I was, yeah. I went to Arabian. I see this girl, acrobatics on the fucking dance floor rave, innit? Doing some madness. I'm like, bro, that looks like fun. When I got there, finally after some work,
Stiff body.
Zombie. Michael Jackson. Nah, bro. Good body girl can take it still.
Nah, man.
I haven't had a bad body girl and.
Nah, I know the skinny girls. Are you skinny girls or petite girls? You look alright.
No.
Petite.
Petite girl can take the thing, though. They can take the thing.
It's always surprising because every time I look at a small thing, I'm
Some
just
of
like,
them.
I'm just like, oh man, I'm going to just.
Note to ladies, if you want to see what guys are really like in their natural environment with their friends, bring up a conversation like this. You get us acting out of character real quickly.
I'm in
Real
character
quick.
all the time. That's him.
Actually,
Yeah.
They ain't gonna be like that on a date with you. Don't let them fucking lie to you.
I don't date.
I'm
I don't
actually
date
genuine.
I'm not
This is
dating.
how I am. If
But
you want
just
this
up.
from me.
Huh? It's like pull a premium out.
Yes, I have. So what?
Serious? Actually, I'm not surprised. You're on the socials heavy,
What?
bro.
Oh, no, not Tinder. I don't do Tinder, plenty of fish and all them. I don't know about all that. But he was trying to draw me out on the premium.
Oh.
Pull plenty of fish. Shout out plenty of fish and the man there. And I'm tender.
Oh, you done plenty of fish?
I'm done, innit?
So where do you meet girls?
I'm by myself, solo. I'm focusing on this podcast. You know what I mean? That's just me. How about yourself?
Wow.
I'm back to you.
On that note, yo, yeah.
Alright, cool. Just a quick question, because we're talking about like black women and black men at the moment. Do you think like there's a difference in terms of how people are treated depending on the shade of their skin being black?
Yeah,
That's all mine. I think personally, early 2000s, I think that was prominent. When I was in primary school, it was prominent. Now, like I see a lot of dark skinned people.
The black and the baby,
yeah,
the juice.
100%. And if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen a post like that. But yeah, 100%. 100%. I think a lot of black people.
I think the Chris Brown gang was winning for a long time, and now the Kunta Kintes are coming back.
Nah, bro,
Come
don't
on,
bro. What's wrong with you, bro?
I'm not saying.
What, and you do this next to me of all people,
I don't give a
bro.
fuck.
Like,
I
now
don't
you
give a
need to
fuck.
start being like, I don't give you a slap back, yeah.
Give a fuck.
Listen, you see the Nubian queens. That's how you're supposed to really address them. Nubian queens.
I was talking about more men.
No,
to which I
no,
said Chris
it's-
Brown, and then I said Kunta Kinte.
Oh, you're talking about that aspect. Oh,
Yeah.
back in the day, so they always.
I'll be called Kunta Kinte. If you get me, I'll show you that African. You get me? Oh, you dumb. When you get it with me, you hear drums in the background. You don't get it. You get me? I don't know why he's whispering, but I can't take a man serious in pink whispering to another man's ear. Just saying, innit?
Wait, do that
Just
again.
saying, bro.
Do that again. Do that again. Do that again.
I'm just saying.
Do that
I'm just
again.
saying.
Do that again.
Let's represent Thai in it. I would be like,
Hold on. Oh, wait.
that's Thai.
Can we zoom into your hands? Let's zoom to. No. Zoom to you. Put your hand there. Put your hand there.
That's okay.
Are you trying to say I'm like this?
That's okay.
I swear last one of our guests said it's not about not
Yeah,
about the
it's
feet,
not about the foot, it's
it's
about the
hands.
The hands say everything.
First of all, I know why he would agree on that because it was about the foot.
Oh shit.
It's fine.
No, for fuck's sake, why do you do this?
You know what I mean?
You drop the phone.
You know what I mean?
This guy is.
You know what it is? Every episode,
You fucking
I'm
guys.
Thailand. Every episode, I get onto Jay's feet size, innit?
It doesn't matter.
I'm allowed the feet size now.
It
innit?
doesn't matter.
I'm allowed the feet size.
It
But
doesn't
I've never
matter.
met a man in mid-30s.
Mid, you know? I'm not even mid.
I just was mid-30s. Come up with these kind of crap. I've just never seen it, bro. I've just never seen it, bro.
Explain something to you.
What are they? What are those?
What? I think that's James Harden's. Are you mad?
He's a basketball man.
He's just saying place he got his Jordans for a minute, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? That's it, bro. I can't.
Hey, what Jordans were those that you wore last time? I don't even remember.
Don't try to draw me out.
I'm
I actually said, you know what? I'm gonna stop drawing you guys out. I'm just.
You just did it. You just
I
did
did
it.
it.
You did it, bro.
You trust?
I don't know. You whispering in there,
Man, try to
right?
say I'm like this, me. I'm walking like this.
I don't know
Bro,
why
you
you're
got-
laughing like you can
Me.
verify it. I don't know why you're laughing like you can verify it. Like,
don't do that.
man, man, do that. You know they always shoot for me, innit? Like, they get that told you the smoke will come in it. The smoke will come in it.
Anyway, we're wrapping up the show because we're just getting at each other now.
Alright,
innit?
cool.
This has been episode 6. What's the title?
I didn't know we were wrapping it up. Like,
Yeah.
We're wrapping it up, Carl.
We're
You
wrapping it up.
man are just like piss me off now and it's gonna get
I'm
personal.
surprised you didn't walk off this.
But fuck you guys, man. I'm not walking off this time.
Being
What I'm
black,
saying
man.
is,
Being black.
being black whilst in the UK, dating other cultures, and
So much more.
Yeah, so much more, man.
yeah, definitely, man. We talked about small hands, pinky dinky over there. Get me.
Real men wear pink, get me?
So not that kind of, bro.
Once again, like, subscribe, comment, all of that. Let us know what you think. Get us in the DMs, especially Mike here. We said he's single, he's looking. Yeah?
I'm not looking. I'm not looking. I'm good.
Alright.
Yeah, cool. Anyway, I've been JD.
I'm Big Mike. Big Mike. You know what I'm saying? Big Mike. Get me. Get me. I'll pass it over to Bubblegum over there. Get me.
Hubba bubba.
Bubba Bubba.
That's right. Yeah, I know what
TBE. Get me.
The real pinky please.
What's the next episode? I'm gonna get out there.
Yeah.
Pinky.
Hey, I swear you're starting up at Bands Only.
You're doing OnlyFans. You're doing OnlyFans. You didn't know OnlyFans.
What?
Mr. Please on OnlyFans.
No, it's the pink please.
The pink pleaser. Oh no.
Come man, wrap up, say your name, let's go. Man.
Get me?
So all types of names.
Yeah.
The real big silks.